Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Border Crossing with Dan DeMarco. It's me, Dan DeMarco. I'm just leaving the house now in San Antonio, Del Mar, heading up to the U.S. It's Saturday morning at like 10:30. No idea what the border situation is going to be like, so I'm going to actually do something a little different today. I'm going to have to go what I believe is the shortest route, the fastest route possible from point south of the border along Route 1 down into Baja California up to the border crossing itself. It's the Sentri line. We're talking about the Sentri line only specifically here. So this is what I believe is the shortest and fastest route possible. Now the downside here is, even though it's maybe the shortest and fastest, it almost never works. In fact, it's only worked one time in the entire time I've been here, and that was last week actually. I wish I had been recording it because it was quite a moment. I was very excited. Actually, my wife Jen was driving. I was not driving. I was super psyched because it actually worked. And I was able to get to the very front of the back of the line, which, I mean, that just never happened. That was just crazy. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. It blew my mind. Anyways, I doubt that will happen today. If it does, we'll have another big celebration here, but I have a feeling it's not going to happen. But in any case, you probably should see this route because it's an interesting way to go, a little bit of a different way to go. And if you get really, really lucky, you can zip across the border really quickly with this particular route. Well, anyways, I'm heading up to the U.S. just for recreation today. I'm going to take the dog up to the little park there across the border, and then I'm going to go climbing at a gym up there, bouldering. Check our mailbox up in near me. So this is where we actually. Another thing about living in Mexico, they don't really have a mail system here, a post office or a postal delivery, at least not a public one. So we have our mail, actually all of our mail delivered up into the U.S. at a UPS store there. And that UPS store, we keep an address there, and so any mail goes there. But the downside there is you got to go up there to pick up mail. So it's kind of a number of trips. But the good thing is it's right by where my wife works, so it's really not that big of a hassle. But you know, when you order packages and things from Amazon or whatever, that's where they go. So you know, you got if you want your packages or whatever, then you got to make a trip up there to get them or wait for my wife to get them for me. But that's not why I'm heading up today. I'm heading up today just basically for recreation. Now I got to move down here in this truck. So again, I just pulled out of the complex. I got to go south one exit, and then turn around to get back up, heading north towards Tijuana on the border. And it is another absolutely gorgeous day here in Baja. You can see the water out there to your right. The tankers out there pulling out of the Ensenada port. There's a large port there. I believe that's Ensenada port. Pulling out of. Really gorgeous day. I think my car thermometer says it's 70 degrees. This feels about right. No humidity. The sun is coming out. A little bit overcast this morning, which is apparently not that unusual for this time of year. I think we're sort of moving into what they call the rainy season, which is really not all that rainy, but a little bit of rainy season, if you will. We'll see. I was not here for that part of the year last year. We're here 6 months now, I guess. 6 months or so. So I kind of missed most of the cold, rainy season. Which I think basically runs from end of September, sort of through December, I think. I don't actually know. We'll find out. I'll update on that once I know. Only guessing. I think I'll look this stuff up, but I think so. Just checking my documents, make sure they have my gold electric card, which I have my Sentri card. Exacerbated. So what else is going on? Well, so we signed a lease yesterday. We actually we found out recently that we have to be out of our place, the current place we're living here in Mexico, at December 31st when the lease is up. They want to sell the place. They don't want to sell to us, so we're going to have to move. So we found an alternative place that's in the same, actually on the same street, actually down the road, about like 10 houses or so. It's going to be a pretty quick, easy move, hopefully. But it's quite nice. It's actually much nicer than the house we're in now, I would say. It's also a little bit bigger. And we've met the owner. We're doing actually a lease to own deal with owner financing. So it's complicated. Buying property in Mexico, if you talk to anybody about it, whatever, it's definitely complicated. Especially if you don't have residency or if you're not a citizen, it gets even harder. You can't really do it. At least not very easily. But what we're doing here is a lease to own. So we're paying we signed a lease yesterday, basically a 2-year lease, where we'll be paying a monthly rent, just like a normal lease. And all that money at the end of the 2 years, all the money that we paid in lease will be applied as a down payment on the house. So, and we had the option to purchase a house at that time. With that, all the money was contributed as a rent payment now, as a down payment. And there's a number of, actually there's 2 banks right now that are doing cross-border financing in Mexico that we're working with, that we're going to try to use to finance the deal once we get to that stage. Now, the kicker here is if you're not a citizen, you have to buy property in Mexico through a trust. Jen is working her butt off to try to get her dual citizenship, get her Mexican citizenship before that deadline hits, but we don't have to do that route. It's not that big of a deal. It just adds a complicating factor. It makes it a little bit harder. It's already, buying a house is already complicated, especially in a foreign country. But rather, if we could avoid that, would be great. But it's sort of up to the timing and things. I just got my residency application. I was up in Fresno last week, dropping off the paperwork. I think it was not nearly as painful as I thought it was going to be. It was pretty painful. It's a long drive. LA traffic sucks, of course, but they were really nice there. I picked up the video. I was the only non-Mexican at the consulate there in Fresno, Mexican consulate. It was really funny. There must have been 100, maybe not 100, 50 Mexicans there, and then me, this sore thumb standing there. But I got there really early. I was like 5th in line or something. They're like, why are you here? They kind of not really, I kind of not really understand what they're saying. They kind of mumble it out with the visa. But we figured it out, and they said, okay, we'll wait over here. And I waited like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and they said, okay, come in here. And some lady, I handed her my paperwork, and she looked at it and said, okay, this looks okay for now. Well, 10 days, we'll hit you up with an email and try to set up an interview. Now, the reason I went to Fresno is because you cannot get interviews at any of the Mexican consulates anywhere near Baja California right now, as far as we can tell. San Diego, forget about it. There's no chance. They're not seeing. If you're not Mexican, you're not going to be going to the San Diego consulate they call those stupid things. An appointment. What's an appointment? You're not going to get an appointment there, and they will not see you if you don't have an appointment. Many of the embassies are like that, actually, the consulates, I should say. You have to have an appointment. You can't get an appointment, and if you don't have an appointment, you can't get in. So it's like you're screwed. Fresno is the one embassy, or the one consulate we found where you can actually show up and they will actually see you. They'll actually talk to you without an appointment. Okay, now you probably could get it. I don't know if you could or could not get an appointment. Actually, I don't know that they take appointments for non-Mexicans. I really don't know, but you can go there and show up and actually walk in to the consulate. But again, you got to get there early. Open at 7 a.m. So I was there at 6:45. And you got to have all your shit together. If you don't have, there's one thing missing, you're done. You got to start over. It's like go back to ground zero and start completely over. So have your paperwork in order. You got to file. You got to apply online first. Get the online stuff in there, and then it's the same. You basically just kind of print out the application form and all those other paperwork you got to attach. Most of the paperwork really, to be honest, is focused on how much money you make. I mean, what they're looking at is what is your salary, what is your income, how stable is your employment. And I get that. I mean, they want people here to be residents who are going to be making money and not taking money from Mexico, right? So they want people who are making money in the U.S. ideally, spending it here in Mexico. And so most of the documentation they want is around your pay, 12 months of pay stubs, what's your yearly salary, and all this kind of stuff. And then a letter of employment, a letter from your employer saying that you have it's okay for you to live, your job allows you to work remotely and travel or whatever it is that allows you to be in Mexico. They need a letter from your employer stating that. And the letter has got to be hand signed. I joke not. Electronic signature does not cut it. They check. They actually do check that it is a legitimate, real signature signed with a pen, not a photocopy, not an e-signature. And if you screw that part up, again, you start over at ground zero. You're going right back. You're going right back and start over. Come back tomorrow or whatever. Unless you get the signature from your boss that day. So that part was not. I lucked out. My boss happened to live in Fresno. I was able to swing by her house at 6:30 in the morning, right before I had to go to the embassy or the consulate. So I could say to me, fresh. She did a really nice job. She printed me out a very nice letter on a very nice fancy piece of paper. That I think very much impressed the consulate folks. So, anyways, thanks, Joel. It's great. All right, so I need these holes here. Anyway, so we're buying this house. Hopefully buy this house. The idea is we will buy the lease. It's an option to buy, but the idea is we want to buy it. It's huge. I mean, it's way bigger than we could use. It's got 3 basic living levels. Essentially, we could have 3 up to 3 us plus 2 tenants if we want to, or whatever. As part of the lease, we can't actually do that. We can't just sublet cut it out. But we can have our family live there if we want. We can have, for instance, Jen's father may come and stay with us. So we just don't know yet. But in any event, it's got a lot of space. It does have beach access, unlike the current place we're in. But it's on the same road, so it's still like on a cliff that has beach right there, the beach and the ocean right there. It's really quite gorgeous. Got a hot tub, brand new hot tub, which I just find unbelievably awesome. It's huge. There's like 8-man hot tubs. It's never been used. I think it was used like one time. The owner said, and the owner, this guy, man, he's a work man. Really, really nice guy. His name's Bud. Everybody calls him Uncle Bud. He's one of the founders of the community, actually, I guess, clearly, of San Antonio, Del Mar. Really great guy. Good sense of humor. He's probably in his 80s or 90s. But he's still really pretty spry and moving around good. And really engaged in the contract. We sat and read through the contract with the real estate dude. Who also is a very interesting character, by the way. As you might imagine, everybody down here has got some interesting backstories. Really interesting stuff about how these guys came in. They've known each other for 40 years. The realtor guy and Bud. And Bud's wife was there too, this woman Mercedes, and she also is extremely interesting, very sharp woman. And it's myself and Jen, and these three very interesting people who signed this contract with. It was pretty fun process. And I think I was really pretty impressed actually with the contract itself. It's so simple, 2 pages. I mean, it's clear. It's crystal clear. You don't have all that legal mumbo jumbo that you get in the U.S. with a lot of contracts. So. What is this? Gracias, Colombia. Oh, there you go. Extent of my Spanish. Yeah, every time I go through that, I go through the toll. I like those guys, the toll guys. Really good. Fun. I guess a little bit grumpy maybe, but that's difficult. Anyways, the toll. So anyways, yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing this contract thing. I was in the city, the office, with the guys. This guy Carlos, the realtor guy, Mexican. He looks like, I don't know. There's some. I think it's Miami Vice. I'm thinking of. The Mexican guy that played the sheriff, or like the sheriff. I mean, I don't exactly know the show, but it looks just like this guy. And he's got that same attitude, that same kind of relaxed. He's leaning back in his chair with his legs kicked up. And it's just like a Mexican cowboy attitude or whatever it is. I don't know. It was really great. And I really like him. He's got a good sense of humor. But apparently, he's got quite an interesting past, sort of a checkered past, I guess you could say. He actually went to jail for 4 or 5 days. There was some sort of a standoff. I don't know the whole story, dude. I just saw something. There's a newspaper article about it. Anyways, way back in the day, the 80s. I think back in the 80s or 70s or 80s. So, who knows? And no one ever tells it the whole truth about all their background and stuff here. What world they regarded. Which I guess I get. That kind of bothers me. I'm not so like that kind of thing, but we just don't, I guess. But I do like these guys, and I really like Carlos, the guy, and I really like the guy, the owner, the guy that bought the couple that we were renting the place from. They're really solid people, and they've been in the community. As I said, they were founders of the community. This guy, he's actually from Ohio. Which is kind of funny to get it. It's an Ohio connection, but it's 60 years or 40 or 50 years he's been there. But everybody knows him. Everybody says he's a great guy, and I totally agree. I mean, he seems like a really solid. So for anybody who's leasing a house or place from, it's going to be something like that. And in Mexico, I think, unlike in the U.S., you typically don't meet the people necessarily that you're going to buy a house from or rent from. And I like that. I like that approach here. You know them on a personal level. It doesn't mean things always work out. Of course they don't. And in fact, Bud was telling us a story about other properties he got sued out and stuff. So I mean, I get it. That those things happen, but I would rather kind of meet the person face to face that I'm going to be dealing with, or whatever it is. Even if it's not dealing with, at least with who owns the place I'm living in, or whatever it is, and just get a sense of who they are as people, and it would just make me feel a whole lot better about the whole process. But it is a big investment. It's a huge investment. It comes out most of your life. They're buying a house and something that is a really huge deal, especially in a foreign country where you don't necessarily know everything for sure. So, anyway, I guess that would be my advice if you're looking to buy property here. The owner financing route is a really great route to go if you can find somebody. It actually is quite common. I understand. Shit, I should be gas. And I missed it. Crap. Too busy yapping away like an idiot. Alright, so I do not want to get gas in the U.S. I really do not. It's running close to $7 a gallon. I'm sure it's going to go up even higher after recent events. Yeah, I need to gas up here. I think I got one more shot here. I think. Get gas. But I won't be able to take the route I want to take. Shoot. Alright, well, we have to bag down the fastest route possible thing. Because I need gas. And that route does not take you guys gas. Oh, it does actually. I think I know by the way here a little bit. Alright. for the good of the show. we're gonna get gas in the U.S. It's killed me to do that. I'll just get a little bit of gas in the U.S. just enough to get me around and get back. And I'll fill up the rest down here. So that I can take you guys out the fastest route. You guys, aka the one person watching. Whatever. The first is route. Oh, geez, dude, what are you doing? Oh man, that was a shitty move right there. You guys got right in front of me if you saw that. I think I talked about driving in Mexico on the first couple, or the first or second episode, and what it's like. And in general, it's pretty good. People, I feel like a pretty good driver too. I drive pretty respectfully. I've heard maybe that's not the case in other parts of Mexico. Mexico City gets pretty notorious reputation for difficult drivers. But here it's not so bad. Tijuana, I think, I feel like people are pretty good. I don't spend a lot of time in Tijuana. I actually officially live in Tijuana. If you look officially at my address. However, we really don't. We really are closer to Rosarito, but we also don't spend any time in Mexico. If you live in a community like we do, a gated community, if you want, you can never leave the community basically. They have this little tiny grocery. Well, I mean, it has something. It has a little tiny grocery store, a little convenience store. It's got restaurants. So potentially, you could just stay there and never go. Now, we would never do that. That's not the way we are as people. But you could. But we don't really. My point was, we don't really go to Tijuana very often. In fact, I think I've been there like 3 times maybe since. Occasionally, we go country, go shopping or something at Tijuana Beach, which is quite nice actually. Which I just went to for the first time. Not so long ago, but anyways, here it is. Here's Tijuana. It's a sprawling city. A lot of dilapidated buildings. But I think it looks worse than it is, and I think it has a way worse reputation than it deserves, at least from what I've seen. Again, I only see a small slice of it, of course. As I said, as I admit, I don't spend much time here, so what I see is only a little bit of it, and it's mostly along this border area here. I didn't neglect to mention that Luna, the Wonder Dog, is here with me in the back seat. I should just said that at the beginning. She went out, she had fun. She got to go with me to the Fresno trip, and she really had a blast, a grand old time. She likes going on trips. We played a lot of frisbee, found a couple parks, so it was good. But the drive really stunk, man. The traffic in LA, dude. That's how you go there. It's 10:30 a.m. and I'm, I guess, 10 miles south of LA, and it's backed up already. It's like, I don't know if that's lunch rush hour or what that is, but it was the same thing on the way home. It's just ridiculous. There's always a rush hour there. Always. There's no non-rush hour. All right, so I gotta start paying attention here where I'm going, because I gotta peel off here at one point. So, again, I'm taking you what I believe is the quickest and shortest route to the front of the back of the Sentri line today. Okay, now that will be a challenge. I'm sure this is not the quickest and fast. I guarantee that there's a faster way that I just don't know about, because I've only been here and I've been there that long, and many people have been here much longer than I have. Who've been doing this a lot longer than I have. We probably have much more clever, shorter, and faster routes. However, I believe this is, for me at least, this is one of the best I've found. Again, coming from points from where I live, points south of on Route 1, south of Tijuana, up to Florida. If you live along the coast. Now, if you don't live along the coast, it's a different story. Although most people live along the coast. Alright, so right up here we're going to be peeling off. And I don't know the names of any of these roads. I think I say that, I don't know, I said that the first couple of times. So I apologize for not saying, where I am, where all this stuff is. I have no clue. I don't work that way. And I'm going by visual, as you will be here if you want to use it to try to navigate the camera. That stupid camera mount, the stupid phone mount has really been giving me a lot of problems still. I think I just gotta get another one. I tried switching out the little plastic pieces, everything else, and it's still not working all that great. I got the suction cup problem solved. I mean, it's a suction cup down there good now, but the problem is now is the actual part of the plastic piece that hooks it up or whatever. Anyway, it sucks. Cheap plastic. I could have gone an arc over that. I would have had to go down an alley and got there to the right. But you can do that alley right there over there to the right of the road here. You can take that alley. It's a good way to bypass traffic if it's backed up here. The problem is there's garbage trucks, and I don't know what days they operate. It seems like they vary, and if you get behind a garbage truck, you're screwed. If you can't go around it, you just gotta wait. And you're gonna be way slower. You'd be way better off just staying on the road, regular road. Alright, so here's where I peel off. Oh, it's perfect time. See, I'm going to peel off right here, right where the traffic is started back up. Which tells me, though, that my fastest route possible is not going to give me a chance to get across, but that's okay. Just to show you, really, for illustrative purposes. And I'll give you a sense of what a pain it is to turn around. Well, it's not that big of a pain, but how far back I actually have to go if I miss the back of the line, which is an interesting lesson to learn. Not sure what's going on up here. What do we got? Yeah, there's a police barracks up here on the left-hand side. And it looks like they might be talking to people, I'm not sure. So find out. I'm sure why this is rarely backed up here. It's interesting. So we'll be going by NIMSA, which is the medical plaza, highly regarded, or fairly highly regarded kind of medical place for a lot of expats come down here to get medical treatment. It's much more affordable in a lot of ways for some things, for most things actually. Hey, what's up, Luna? You all right? Okay. Yeah, yesterday I was looking at the laws around having animals and cars unrestrained, and just trying to make sure. I saw some chatter on the this talk about how group on Facebook about what Jen was telling me about, something about people getting tickets, large tickets for not having dogs restrained in Mexico. And I was trying to find out the actual law. As far as I could tell, Mexican law, there is no, at least as I could tell, there is no federal law about dogs being restrained, at least officially. And in the U.S., it really varies by state. And there is a general opinion that the dog needs to be in control, can't be out of control in the front seat, or be a distraction. I think it's sort of a general opinion. I think you can get fined and ticketed for that, probably just about anywhere, any country, any state, no matter what the law says. But having the dog actually completely restrained in a harness and strapped in is not required, as far as I can tell. Now, you don't want to, again, it can't be a distraction, can't be running loose and running crazy around the car. But I think what my opinion has been, what I've done is I always have the dog with a leash on, a collar and a leash, and the leash is always in the hands grip away if I need to grab it. So. And she stays either in the back seat or in the front, and try not to keep it from roaming between the two seats, the front and back. So I don't know why the police are up here stopping traffic, but I don't know if they're directing traffic or what they're doing, but. Anyway, right? Could be they're looking for someone. Occasionally they have noticed around the border there are, I don't know, stepped up security, if you will, enhanced security measures where you see lots of people kind of looking in cars more so than you might see at other times, and lots of people just looking about, doing this way and that. And say, we're gonna roll the windows down, try to be helpful here. I don't know if it's helpful at all, but it's really nice out anyways. Can't hurt to have the windows down. There is an accident. Looks like I have an accident here, perhaps. Can't navigate around. This intersection is a little bit over there. Hey, stay back there. Well, not sure exactly what that was all about, but the police were maybe they're just funneling traffic through the one lane there for what appeared to be no reason. Not exactly sure what that was about, but we threw it down. No harm, no foul there. Alright, so this is where we're going up across this bridge here. Past this NIMSA Medical Center I was telling you about, is a really highly regarded medical treatment center used by many expats. And current pats, I guess, as well. In general, healthcare. I still haven't really experienced much of the Mexican healthcare system. We'll see. I have my insurance actually has international coverage. They say I get to test that. I guess we'll see. But I'm still doing most of my health. In fact, all of my healthcare stuff I'm still doing when I'm on trips to the U.S. So when I go back to Kentucky, to my lab there, I'll go to the dentist or go to the eye doctor, whatever I need to do. So far, now that may change at some point. We'll have to see. But my insurance does not. As I understand it, I can't have primary care coverage here, as I understand it. I'm not 100% sure that's true. It's very confusing, as usual, when it comes to these health insurance issues. You can't quite get a straight answer on anybody of what is and isn't covered, and exactly how you go about doing all this different stuff. So, at some point, though, I may have to test that and actually see. But I'm not sure I'm going to keep healthcare in the U.S. forever. But then again, maybe I can. I don't know. Alright, so here's the trick part. This is the part of the quick route here. So there's this traffic circle here. Not a trick, but it's this traffic circle here. We're going to be going all the way around this traffic circle. And this traffic circle can be better to navigate sometimes, but right now it's not that bad. Because I don't know why, they never seem to use these lights. They're always just kind of flashing. But, so it's kind of a free fall here. This is kind of a place where if you're a timid driver, you're going to be sitting here all day. You just can't be timid. You got to just go. Most people, nobody wants to get in an accident, except for me, that guy. And so you got to trust the other drivers are basically doing their best to avoid you, and then kind of just go. And see how we're going to go all the way around here. And we're going to sneak down here. And what's going to happen here is eventually we're going to come out right at the front or the back of the line. We'll see. So we'll see the back of the Sentri line. But it's not sure if I didn't check my border traffic app to see what kind of what traffic was actually like at the border today. It's a Saturday morning. I don't know what this guy's doing. Why? I never see anybody directing traffic here because I don't come this way all that often. So just got a random dude with a stop sign. I'm not sure what. He didn't seem to be the official authority or whatever to be stopping people, but he is. For some reason. Did he have the yellow jacket on? He's a guy in a shirt with a stop sign, stopping traffic. Nice. I'm gonna try that. Stop. Maybe with these construction people. I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of funny. All right, then you gotta stay left here. Then go to the airport. You're going around this whole big curve here. Oh no, can I do it? And maybe I can do it. This is the front of the back of the line right here. And I may be able to actually just do a U-turn right here and actually get into the line. I think I can. There's no yellow. Oh, no, there is. Here comes a yellow shirt. I don't think they're gonna let me do it. Alright, no, it's not a yellow shirt. This is a person. It's a random person with a yellow shirt on. Sweet. So this is the front of the back of the line. This is gonna be great here. This is the second time that I've been able to do this. If I could just, there's not even a line. There's not even no back of the line. There's not a line at all. This is great. Maybe because it's Saturday morning, whatever, but I'm gonna U-turn here, right into the Sentri lane. Here. If I can do it. He's gotta go. This guy's not being aggressive at all. He's being a little wussy. Which is great. Yeah, dude, I'm trying, man. You don't get honkers here. I don't know why he's honking at me, though. I can't do anything about it. How am I gonna get out of here? It's gonna be tough. Let's do this. See, that's not exactly the best. There we go. Almost missed that. Almost missed the turn there. Sweet. And there you have it. Wow, that was awesome. Second time. You got to see a very rare event there. And look at this. There's nobody here. Wow. This is incredible. I don't think I've not yet seen this. There's a dude up here I really wanted to buy a hat from. Let me see if he's still here. Get that back. I don't want to stop traffic. There's no traffic here, but people can actually go around me. Let's try to get this hat. He still has this Pemex hat I really like. Or a baseball cap. No, there it is. Crap. This guy's gonna be mad at me. Stop. He had the hat, but I didn't feel comfortable stopping right there with everybody, nobody else stopping all the traffic. This is great. There's no traffic. This is really crazy. I have not seen it like this. I guess I don't come out here Saturday morning. It's time to go across the border, I guess. That's gonna be world record time of crossing. I'm gonna stick right here. Wow, man, that was great. Second time in 2 weeks at my fastest route possible, shortest route possible. All right, I'm going to be turning off the recording here as soon as I'm approaching the border here. I still don't have the okay from CBP about recording or not as I'm actually crossing, so I'm going to shut things down here very soon. And you can assume I got to cross. I may actually record. I keep saying this. I may record the trip back today. We'll see. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you learned something interesting or new or something helpful. Talk soon. Bye.